guys, you have a clicker. Right click will take you through your slides. Left click brings you back. On your right click, let's put on your right click, you get to a video. And I will click on the video. know when we're good to go. Hey, this is Josh Snyder at Gilmer High School. We hope you're joining us live stream through our YouTube channel. We'd like to thank Coach Trey Rickman for taking time out of his day to set this up so that our community and people throughout Georgia can be a part of this live stream. Our students have been working very, very hard on their Shark Tank-like projects, and we are excited to share this with you today. This will be going on for 3 different blocks. We've got some wonderful teachers who are evaluating our students, and we also would like to thank Mr. Bandy Fuller for allowing us to use their theater today for these presentations. So sit back and enjoy, and we look forward to what we have to share with you today.
What's up, everybody? My name's Cohen. This is Cooper, and our presentation is Trash Dash. Business description and vision. Our business Trash Dash offers and supplies all citizens of the North Georgia region with a fast, efficient trash service. We work through an app that schedules the dates we pick up your trash. So if you schedule Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we will be at your house Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at a specific time that you schedule. We work a lot like Uber. Uber, they have an app. You can subscribe to be someone who drives, like Uber has, or you can you can get people to come drive you around. Same thing works with trash with us. You can subscribe to pick up somebody's trash or get your trash picked up.
Pricing and profit. A customer would set up an account in the app Trash Dash and be billed off how many times they request the service and how many pounds they get rid of. So, depending on if they're using recycled trash or just regular trash, it would depend on how much they're charged and the volume.
And we pay our drivers 80% and we take 20% of that profit. Why customers want this? As me and you know that the trash going to this disposal, takes 20, 30 minutes, and we'll do the runaround for you, and you can spend that time with your family, with your friends, working on something for your family, your passions, and
So for our target market, we wanted to target people who usually can't do it physically, who can't deliver it physically, so we wanted to target children, particularly of elderly people who, want to do a fast, efficient way of getting rid of it rather than doing it themselves so they can spend more time with them. We feel like we'll be able to, save them enough time. So.
While we're different from our competitors are Advanced Disposal, WasteGo, JNS Disposal, Cantrell's Garbage Services, Wells Waste Disposal, and Blue Ridge Garbage Service. What separates us from our competitors is that we have the ability to rapidly create jobs through our driver sign-up program. And like I said, it's a lot like Uber, DoorDash, volunteer, and once you pass the background checks, you're signed up. Yeah, it's like volunteering except you make a profit.
For marketing, we wanted to find a way inexpensively to market this using billboards, flyers, and social media. But we think social media will be the way to target these middle-aged children of elderly people through Facebook and other social media platforms.
And security. I know a lot of y'all are thinking, what if somebody comes to my house, picks up my trash, harms me, does something to my family? Well, you don't got to worry. We'll put them through a series of background checks, and if they have any charges at all, they're not allowed to volunteer. 0 charges, you're not picking up trash for us. Thank you.
So exactly how do you think your prices are going to compare to your competitors? How close or how different are those going to be than what you offer? The prices, the pricing. 'Cause
fast, efficient way so they don't have to. It would be similar to you driving and taking your own trash to the landfill or, disposal.
You say that your target demographic is adult children of elderly people. So that would put them, in like the 50s range, I would say. Okay? So I know a lot of people that age. A lot of people that age have no clue what an app is or how to use an app. So have you thought about how you would reach your target demographic with the fact that you are using an app like Uber? Like, I don't know very many 50 to 60-year-olds that have Uber, especially living in LJ, that know how things like that work and know how to even go about doing that.
That's a good question. So it don't have to be 50-year-olds. Like my parents, they're 40, and mom and dad, they're 70. They don't like dropping off. They wouldn't everything come to their house to pick up. They don't like getting out. And my parents, they're a little bit more tech savvy than my grandparents. So we're hoping that if we can get the parents, the kids of the elderly, to kind of app work for the elderly, that it's that efficient. The guy you're talking to can do it. And now 50 and 60, that's another concern.
I mean, I'm 36. I don't have Uber and I've never used it. Yes.
We're trying to make it the best it can be, and on that direction. And we're hoping to attract people to this app through, we're hoping to get billboard on top of things like that. Flyers, cost efficient, and
I don't really see a business plan. So my concern is you've not spoken about any kind of budget at this point. So you're looking at apps, you're looking at billboards, you're looking at flyers, you're looking at all these kind of things, but I see no dollar sign figures about where you guys are going to start. So have you got some collateral? Do you have business collateral? How are you going to pay yourselves? How are you going to start these things up? Yeah, I understand that, but you still need money for your gas and your truck or whatever you're using to run around. You have to have some kind of physical budget in place as a business with a start-up cost of whatever that is going to be. So if you guys say, we've got $300, $400, $500, whatever that is, you're going to need to start somewhere because you're not going to generate money from the get-go. This is not going to start, as you said, instantaneously. So I think I would like to see you guys say, this is a budget, this is how much money we've planned to start this. This is how much we're going to spend on flyers. This is how much, we're going to look at the billboard costs. When can we do this? How long will that take? Some kind of projected costs for the business for the first year or maybe the first 2 years. I think it's a great idea. I really do think it's a great idea, and I definitely feel that there's a need for it. I like the app approach. I like the Uber approach, but I think you need to kind of go back to the beginning and just look at how you're going to fund this, how you're going to run it. You guys have got to live, and if this is a post-school project, you've got to make some money somewhere, and you're going to need a budget to work that out.
My question is more about the logistics. So I'm thinking about it's an app that you sign up for. Like, what is your plan to manage your employees? Like, how many do you plan to employ? And you said the North Georgia region. So is that Northwest, North Central, Northeast, just the Gilmer County area, or? That's just the main concern that I see is like the scheduling and how many employees and how they communicate. And you also mentioned something about recycled products. So how do you plan to manage recycling versus trash? Okay.
That they get paid. It ain't really, it's kind of like a side job. Takes people to make money. They can come from that normal job. And then once we have a trash volume of all that.
Yeah, I have a little different background than I think the other judges. What's going to limit your liability? You realize that if you do this and somebody illegally dumps, or they put hazmat in the dumpster, you realize what the fines are for that? How much they fine you? Starts at $100,000 just by the way. $10,000 per item per incident. So if you have somebody put 5 cans of paint in there, that's $50,000 plus $100,000 on top of that. If you have volunteers doing it, they have no risk because they're going to get their money. They illegally dump it. It blames to you. It comes back and you're wiped out. So if you have no insurance, no liability, or you don't do the background where the only person that handles this trash is the person who has a contract with you. Because volunteers, volunteers, I mean, people, if you pay them, sometimes they don't show up. If they pay, they show up. But you can't. By federal law, you can't. I'm not trying to mash you down on this, guys, but what I'm looking at is look at background, like Simon said, look at your background and do the planning and stuff where you want to risk it. Whether it's you take bags and stuff that has your logo on it, or something where you know that stuff is taken care of, and you have the individual person do an individual contract where they're insured. That's an option there.
Hello, my name is Chris Wimpy, and my Shark Tank presentation would be my company, the real estate, and the name of the company is Wimpy Real Estate Corp of Georgia. What is the business? The business is real estate. This often refers to buying and selling property. This can being commercial, residential, and industrial businesses. This is also like a main driving factor of the economy of everywhere. How much does the business cost to create? Well, getting your license can easily reach over $1,000 and even furthermore, over $2,000 to maintain it. But if you were to easily start under a franchise, the cost can easily hit over $200,000. But to like the bare minimum, the startup would be around $10,000, but it's not a lot. It's not very easy. It takes a lot of work and dedication for it. And you have to be like a really good people person and stuff like that. You can't just be, oh, numbers game, numbers game. It's creating relationships with other people and stuff like that. Why would consumers want or need this? Is this a product or service? Well, consumers would want this because people are always constantly buying and selling property around every area possible. But consumers are always in need of a home because they're either trying to stay in an area for a long period of time or trying to dabble in home renters, or just trying to buy a plot of land and just sell it for a profit potentially. The background and the target market would be people who are trying to obtain a home loan, anyone who would like to stay in that area for a long period of time, or even get into time period a lot of people are trying to buy a home. Competitors of the market would be people who are in the business. Well, some of the main franchises would be Coldwell Bankers, Remax, and Century 21. But other people, like, it's not always going to be a franchise. It's going to be just individuals who just have a small stake in the real estate, trying to buy an area, sell an area. That's not one to go on, but. Okay, so the marketing would be people who we would hang flyers over the place. On the property that we would be buying, we would have our logo and a way to contact us or reach us. But we would have television ads on various channels, on certain TV shows or not shows, but channels that would attract people like the age demographic. Thank you for your time.
If I was wanting to sell my home, what would make me choose your company versus the other companies that have been here for a while? So what could you show me that would be different from other people? Something you need to think about. How to catch somebody's eye. Why would they come to you before someone else?
I really don't see a need for this in LJ at this point, here in LJ, because if you go anywhere, any intersection, you're going to see all kinds of advertisements. The market is oversaturated. Could you turn it a different way and market towards cabins or rentals or something like that? Definitely you could. But you had to look at different demographic. I'm not sure where your demographic is. I didn't hear that when I came in, I guess. But most of the people, if you go into downtown LJ, most of the people that's here on the weekend are not residents. They're traveling, so our people are looking for land and stuff like that. But when every restaurant has a big stack of flyers, you're going to have to go somewhere else. TV, I'm an old guy, and I don't even watch TV. So your younger people are going to look at apps. They're going to be looking at other stuff, so I think it needs to be a little more research on this.
I'm just going to build on what Mr. Martin said. It's a very saturated market, and I really like your logo, and I really feel like you've put a lot of work into that. I'm just interested in how you would start out. So you're looking at putting this into a business for yourself and building your own company. So, and you talked about getting your license. Would you then start the company up straight away, or would you think about working for somebody else and trying to build your own reputation up, as Miss Howard talked about, and getting to know people in the community? Okay, thank you.
Let's give our judges a hand. Thank you, Chris. Up next, we have Michaela. Michaela has been left out to dry a little bit by her partner today, unfortunately. But she's going to go at it alone, and we're excited. All right, Michaela, we'll get the...
But our business is taking care of kids that while their parents go to work. Like if they go to dinner for their business or they go out with their friends. Pricing and profit. We're charging 15 to 20 per hour for the kids that are a few months older than 5 years old. We will be $20 an hour for older kids. That will be 15 an hour. So if we work 5 hours with 3 kids, it would be $100. Why do customers need this? Customers need this because their parents work and they need someone to take care of the kids while they're working. Also, if they desire to go out with their friends to hang out or spend some time with them. Background and target market. We chose this for our project because we like to spend time with our kids, and we know how to change their diapers, how to bathe them, and also to cook their meal. Our target market is mostly parents that work a lot. Our competitors are business companies that are like babysitting or daycare, any kind of business. The reason why our business is better is because we can go to their house and take care of them, because some parents don't trust us. If they come to our house, they might be scared. And this is our logo.
Okay, so my question is about your pricing. So you said that your target demographic is working parents, okay. You also said that your prices, depending on the age of the child, are $15 to $20 per child per hour, right? Okay, so let's say that you're me and you have 3 children. And my children are 6, 6, and 8. So I would be paying basically $60 an hour for daycare, which would be every day while I'm at work. So that would mean that every person who uses your business would have to be making more than $60 an hour. Because why would you pay someone to watch your children so that you could go to work if you're paying them more than you're making at work? So I'm not sure how many people in this area make more than $60 an hour, or even more than $20 an hour, just for one child. So have you thought about the fact that if you are keeping these children every day, the entire time that the parents are at work, you can't be charging them more than what they're actually going to be making at their job, because otherwise they have no reason to use your service, because they can't lose money to go to work. They would just stay home with their kids.
Just to clarify, going off what Ms. Hanley was saying, is it set up as a daycare, or is it set up as more of a temporary babysitting business? Okay. So would your employees, would you have flexibility where you have a facility where parents can bring their children, or would you just go into other homes? Okay, and that's just something to think about for cost, how to manage your facility, and then, of course, transportation to the other homes. So, okay.
Morning, my name's Jose, and I came up with the idea of Speedster's Car Wash. Okay, so what we do, well, as the name would imply, we're a car wash. We focus on cleaning cars, but instead of you doing it by machines, we are going to do everything by hand as to simplify the process, make it safer for the vehicles. Pricing, as you can see, the pricing is a little bit higher. It could be around $100, depending on the vehicle, as it takes time and the materials aren't that cheap as it would be expected. This is a picture of the minimum necessary materials that are needed to clean the cars. It could range anywhere from $100 all the way up to $500. Why would anybody want this? Well, in rural areas such as where we live, it wouldn't be that much needed, as there aren't many cars that someone would be willing to pay that much money to get it clean. But in higher urban areas like Atlanta, it would be more needed, as people actually want their vehicles to look clean since they're more higher-end vehicles. As previously mentioned, my target is not aimed at people who just drive around a daily car that they can beat, they can use for whatever and be fine with it. My business is aimed at higher-end vehicles that people don't really want to do the work themselves for fear of damaging the vehicles. As marketing would include, it just include business cards and online pages and social media. My competition here in the rural areas is only Squiggles and Clock Tower, but they do offer low rates, as they just give you the materials so that you can do it yourself. They don't really have anybody that does the work for you. And this is just a prototype of my logo, and up there's just a prototype of the website. It just has who are we, why us, and ways to book an appointment.
Okay, I'm not sure you explained where you're going to do this at. Are you going to have a storefront, or are you going to have, going to be mobile, or how are you going to do this? Okay, on your competition, you said, you quoted Atlanta a couple times, but you said the competition you have here is Squiggles and Clock Tower. How about Bradburn's? Bradburn's, 282 cleanup, Pfluger's cleanup. There's a lot of competition that's in the background that already has a huge clientele, that they're mobile and they go to places. It's an awesome idea, but I don't know too many people are going to take a high-end car to somebody else's house. So if you travel with it, but also this is another one where you need to be knowledgeable. Are you providing just car washes, or are you doing detailing or waxing or what? We have a large elderly demographic here in LJ that wants somebody to clean their vehicles up. They prefer them come to their house, but it needs to be somebody they can trust, and it needs to, have advertisements out there. The other thing is, I'm kind of a car guy, so what's the difference between a polish, a wax, and a glaze? Glaze. I would recommend that there is classes out there that they have people that does the detailing. I took one on motorcycles and it's worth it because a lot of people look at you damage a paint and that's your huge liability. First thing you do is you polish it. You write on that. You clean all the after you wash it, you clean all the stuff that's attached to the surface. The glaze fills in, there are micro scratches, and the wax goes on later. So that's where knowledge would help out.
I'm just going to build on what Mr. Martin said. I think that there is a place for this. I think you need to look at a full service, including, detailing the insides and as well as washing the outside. I think you're going to need to be mobile to begin with, and possibly look at being mobile in the future. So you're going to need to look at a budget and some start-up costs for that. But I feel that it's a good idea. I mean, Mrs. Phipps and I have talked about this a lot ourselves, trying to get someone to come to the house and do it and do a good job. So I feel that there's definitely a place for it. I think if you look into it carefully, set your budget, look about getting a vehicle, get organised, do both parts. I think you've got a business here. I really do. Just look at your liability, look at your insurances, and listen to what Mr. Martin says. Maybe take some courses.
Okay, my name is Elizabeth Warren and my business is Local Crafts. Local Crafts is a product-based business to make greeting cards, mini gift boxes, and crafts out of paper. They're perfect for any holiday or occasion. And my motto is share the paper joy, because everything that I make is made out of paper and homemade. So pricing and profit. For each item that I sell, 25% of what I make per item goes towards supplies. 27.5% of it goes towards either mailing or delivery, so this would be for like a stamp to mail it or to go towards gas to go and deliver this item. And 47.5% of it goes to profit, so what I get to keep. So say I have a $2 item, 50 cents of that would go towards supplies, 55 cents of that would go towards the mailing or delivery, and 95 cents of that would be my personal profit. So is this a want or a need? On paper, it's a want, but I feel like it's an unofficial need because you need this to fit social convention, because you rarely go to a birthday party where there's not cards, and you rarely go through the Christmas season without Christmas cards. And marketing, I am on Pinterest right now. I have pins on there. I have an ad posted on Facebook that my mother posted. I do not have social media. I'm not allowed to have social media, so she has posted that for me. I am making flyers to put around town, and verbal communication right now is key, so I tell my family and friends, and they share that news. Especially in a small town like this, it's very good to have verbal communication. This is the ad that was posted on Facebook. So this is just what it looked like. It has the explanation and the directions on what each product is, and then the prices per product and some examples below, and my Pinterest right there. So background to target market, there are two reasons I created this business. Firstly, I really enjoy artsy things, and when thinking about creating this business, I did not want to feel as if I was working. I wanted to be doing something that I enjoy doing and be getting paid for it. And the second reason, I have a very close friend of mine who is one of the most thoughtful people I know. And she always wants to be able to give these handmade gifts, but she doesn't really have the artistic ability to do so. And so I created this sort of inspiration of her so that I could create something that people who don't necessarily have the skills or time to make something handmade can be able to give something handmade. My biggest competitor right now is Hallmark, which is a $4 billion brand. But currently, right now, I cannot compete with them because they are a $4 billion brand. But in the community, I can compete with them as a heartwarming, a more touching company than giving like a 47-cent generic card. And this is my logo. This is the link to my website. So on the home page, it just has the title and the about me and my business. It has my business hours, which you can email me, and my email and my Pinterest on the home page. On crafts and cards, it has the gift boxes and explanation of like what they're good for, and then the greeting cards and a picture of what both would look like. Also has the prices on this. If you can scroll down, and I was going to say the prices. So for a mini greeting card, it's $1. Regular greeting card is $1.50. Mini gift box is $2, and regular gift box is $2.50. And then on the last page, it's how to order. It has the steps on how you would make an order to have a gift box or a card. I think that's it. Yeah.
First, I wanted to say that the people who would be buying like Hallmark cards or those sorts of things are not the same people who would be buying these sorts of products. There are people who go out of their way to find handmade, you know, those sorts of things. Have you thought about, because I know that you said that you love making things from paper, and that's your thing, is making things from paper. Looking at the examples that you gave, like in the middle of this, these cute little hearts, you know, stacked on top of each other, that's really nice. I would focus more on doing the paper cutting and making it something that actually is more intricate and more interesting, and do a lot less of your writing. Like if you want to put words on it, figure out a way to do that from the paper or with stamps or something like that to make it look more clean and polished, and to make it look more like something that is special. Because if you give a card to someone, you want your handwriting in it. You don't want someone else's handwriting in it. So I feel like if you do the words with paper or with stamps or, you know, something else that's not your handwriting, then that makes it to where the person who's purchasing this product can personalize it with their handwriting. That's not a question. That's but that was what I have to say. So.
My question is how you handle your request. So is there a certain time limit that you give someone, and how will you handle volume? Is it just you, or do you plan to have employees?
So that's a great question. I'm sorry. I'm going to just knock over the table. I plan to be doing this by myself, not with employees, and the steps on how to order it would be, so on my Pinterest, I have my email, and on the Facebook ad, I also have my email, and so people will email me and explain what they want their card to kind of be based, like if they want it to be like kind of cooler colors and they want it to be ocean themed, then that could be, and then I'll make the card or the gift box or the craft that's created like that, and so it's personal communication. And as far as payment goes, it would be PayPal.
All right, up next, we need Naomi's group.
Okay, I'm Jaden. That's George and Naomi, and we invented the moth cloth, or our business is the moth cloth, which is like a glasses cleaning cloth.
The moth cloth is unlike any other cloth, and it can clean in about 1 to 3 swipes, and it's unlike wet wipes or bad quality cloths that can scratch or damage glasses, lenses, and it's made of a microfiber type material. The pricing, the cloth itself can be about $1, but when included with the actual spray or cleaner, it can go up to $3. And if you run out of cleaner, you can refill it for $1. And it costs about $3 to $4 to make. And also we take refunds if you're not satisfied with the product itself. And I plan to start it at about $150 or $170, you know, small price. Probably sell it around small stores.
The why and the need for this product. So we were thinking about just people with glasses, and Naomi knows this, that every now and then she'll be like just adjusting them, accidentally touch the lens, and you know, just smudges, dirt, and dust collect on the lenses, and it can be such a struggle to just, with every day, just look through the lenses. So that's what we were thinking about. And I feel like everybody just needs this product. It's nice, it's colorful, it's pretty, and it just helps to keep it with you. It's small, you know, and it cleans very effectively. The background and target market. So we were thinking the target market for our product would be obviously anyone who wears glasses, because pretty sure everybody has this problem. And yeah, there's just, anybody can use this. It's not non-toxic. It's good to use.
Some of our competitors are Magic Fiber, Camp Kicks, and Your Choice glasses wipes. And some of these they're not as good, or they leave dust and smudges, but we're targeting anybody who wears glasses and just likes the colorful or the pattern, and anybody who thinks it's cute.
Okay, so I might have missed it, but I'm clear. Are you creating the cloths, or are you purchasing the cloths and reselling them, and are you making the solutions? So you've thought about your startup cost and stuff like that, correct? Okay.
What will make people want to buy it? I mean, I wear glasses, and when I open my glasses case, there's a cloth inside the glasses case that I clean my glasses with. So what is going to make me want to go out and buy a different type of cloth and a different type of spray? What is special about it? So we're going to talk about more like a personalized product. So we could have something like Bobcat Purple for all of the people at Gilmer High School that wear glasses, and then they could have that in the case. Okay.
And we're coming up.
Hello guys, I am Alex Raimundo.
And I'm Aaron Plug.
And our business is the Cabby Commute, a taxi service. We created the taxi service because people who can't afford or need a ride.
Why is this a need? It's a need for people who don't know how to drive or can't afford a car, or for the elderly people.
advertisement. We advertise our business in like online ads, Facebook page, or we can get customer reviews.
Our target market are people who, I guess, don't know how to drive, can afford a car, or the elderly people, and urban areas.
Our competitors is LJ Taxi, Drive U Taxi, and A1 Taxi of Dalton, Georgia. And we got some reviews on the next slide about them.
So I can't drive. How would I go about scheduling, or the cost different from asking your service than another service? Okay. So how can you make me choose you over another taxi service? What do you have to offer that's different? That's what you always want to look for, something that's different that makes you stand out from somebody else, even though they may be doing the same thing. Time management's a good answer.
Can you tell me more about your startup costs? Like, how many cars do you plan to have and how many drivers?
This concludes our first day, first block's presentation. Looking forward to our second block presentation, as well as our third block, third level class presentations. So please look back to join us here in the next little bit. Thank you so much.